And I suddenly realized I can't do this if living this life. I don't understand what it's like to be a farmer and a villager in the middle of India and what their life's like. And how can I design a cell phone for them? So basically, I did two things. I got on planes and spent time in the regions and kind of spending time with those people. And I also built a team in Beijing, which is where one of Motorola's big offices were. And I built the team in Beijing because that made me illiterate. So my design team didn't speak English. I didn't speak Mandarin, and I was designing a phone for people who couldn't read or write, which was not a bad thing. I can't change the oil on my car, so I go to Jiffy Lube. They can't read or write, so they go to the person in the village who can read or write. It wasn't kind of a negative thing. It was just kind of how people live. So I built my team in Beijing so that I was illiterate. So I was living the life. So we had to kind of navigate communication internally to do that. And I had to spend time listening and kind of watching kind of behavior patterns, what was important. And I think in the end, we built a $14 cell phone. And I think over time, we managed to discount it down to about $12. So that was an exciting,
impressive.
a very hard
How
problem.
long did it take?
Took about 18 months.
Okay.
Failed many, many times. We put
Yep.
something in front of somebody and they just wouldn't understand how to use it. They didn't like scroll, like, hey, everybody doesn't think about scrolling in the US, right? Hey, you press a down button and you scroll through an interface. They'd never seen anything digital before. They only knew the kind of fuel gauge on their tractor. There was nothing beyond what they could physically see. So there was just kind of completely new behaviors. So we failed miserably many times and eventually got to the point where we just kept going back and understanding consumer behaviors and kind of learning from them. And I think that was an experience that put me in a good place for what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're kind of having to understand new spaces, new needs, new consumer behaviors, and how do we create technologies and products that are going to meet those things by watching and understanding, doing that ethnography to truly understand what those behaviors and desires are before somebody can articulate it. I don't think 5 years ago people were sitting around saying, I'd really like a glass of half-strength wine. But if you watch and you talk and you
Right.
kind of really investigate and have that conversation of what people really want, is they don't want the hangover. They do want more time with each other. They want to enjoy the evening. And so what
Yeah.
are the products can fit into those contexts and build the technology that can allow those to come to life at a massive scale? And that's the other key thing is like, how do you build a technology business that isn't just one product? And I think that's what's a little different. And it's so exciting to see the toasts and the French blooms and the other kind of low no alcohol beverages come out. We don't see those competition in any way. We see those as customers because we're building the technology that they'll replace their current technology with because we're a better quality product in the output. But I think that kind of ability and kind of desire to watch human behavior and then connect technology to it is how we make great things in the world.